Can I wear my hard hat backwards like this? What y'all think they gonna say? Boy, you look like you're a miner with a light on your head, on it. Big head. What's going on, man? What is up, man? Happy, I guess it's only Wednesday. Feel like it's a little later in the week since I started so early. Whoa, we getting some lit up there. Look at this luscious head full of hair. I know y'all loving that. Hey, I want to holler at y'all real quick. I know y'all some good patrons, man. Y'all back for another dose this week. Another dose. I'm gonna talk to y'all a little bit about my transition out of the military. And y'all know I spent a little bit under 13 years in the Air Force. Only thing I did really when I got out of high school, I graduated like May 2007, and May 2007 in June I was gone. I think our graduation day was May 23rd. June 5th I was on the plane heading down San Antonio for a day that would change my life. I enjoyed the military. I'm not gonna say I have nothing bad to say because I can say a lot bad. But it also was a lot of good out of the military. You know, it gave me a chance to travel around the world, a lot of places I probably wouldn't have been able to see. I was able to travel over to Germany, party with some German people, meet a lot of different Europeans. Also, when I was in Iraq, I was able to meet some people from Uganda. That was actually a pretty interesting experience. People from all over the world. I mean, my last duty station was over in Tokyo, Japan. So, yeah, I'll probably, those places that we just dream about as a kid, you know, growing up, especially growing up in inner city and everything like that. But today we're going to talk about transitioning. I don't know if a lot of you guys follow me on Facebook or whatever. You see me been posting like life is good and stuff since I've been out. I can honestly say, man, I am physically and mentally happier since I got out. As some of you guys may or may not know, any branch of the service, it has its stressors. I can tell you, I was E5 in the Air Force, and I think right before I got out, I had 5 or 6 troops of my own. Supervised a flight of, I don't know, I think it was about 18 of us, you know, give or take. And that's not including our Japanese counterparts. But most of everybody's troops, even though troops that weren't mine, they came to me because they felt like I had the answer. Or maybe I'm just like one of the laid back NCOs and I don't get mad about much. I might call you, I'd definitely call them a dumbass, but I help them fix the solution or fix the problem that they're having. So dealing with a lot of people's issues and not handling issues of my own adds stress, and I think that's at any branch of being an NCO. As with any other corporation, I'm guessing in the civilian side, you can get dumped on by people above you. That causes stress, whether it's within yourself or in your household. So, and you basically can't quit. You can't tell somebody to fuck off. Excuse my French. But those are major issues. But I want to talk to you guys about transitioning. it was a hard decision for me to transition out. Even though there were some circumstances that got me into trouble, I still had a chance to stay in the military as an E4 and test back for E5 and stuff like that. But I was just like, no, I didn't want to. I've already had a few run-ins with the Air Force, and it just kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. But that's all I knew. Like I said, right after high school, I joined. I got on the plane and left. I'll tell you, by far, some of the most valuable information that I received while being in the military. This is 2010. I led a 4-man team to Oman. And I got really cool with the chief. Yo, shout out, Chief. I'm glad I listened to you. We played volleyball together. I was the coach of the volleyball team. And he gave me some valuable information. He actually retired as a chief master sergeant, but I think he's like on active orders right now teaching chief school or something like that. He told me, he's like, I don't care if you stub your toe, go to the doctor for it. Go to the doctor and make sure you get any type of illness or anything, make sure you get it documented. And that's what I did, because who's not gonna, there's a few different ways that you can learn things. You can learn things by experiencing them yourself, learning from other people's experience, or there's one more big one. It's like if I tell you some information and you heed that information, you learn by my lesson. You can also not heed the information and, you know, test out that theory and make a mistake, or, you know, there's just a bunch of different things that you can do. So that information was very, very valuable because it paid off in the end. I'm at the point right now where I walked away with something from the military, and it's gonna stick with me for a very long time. So I definitely recommend you guys do that exact same thing. I know we, especially in my career field when I was in military police, there's a big stigma of not going to the doctor when you're sick, to get time off or whatever the case may be. But go to the doctor if you're sick. Also, make sure you, and I know this is probably going to fall on deaf ears, try to go to school if you can. I only walked away with an associate's degree because I was more interested in a lot of other things. I still am more interested in a lot of other things than going to school. But if you can, at least take one class a semester. You got that free tuition assistance. You don't have to use your GI Bill when you get out. One class a semester, because it will help you in the end. And I talk to all you guys that are out right now every weekend going to party. One class, man. That it adds up over a 4-year time frame, which most people do in the military. A 4-year time frame. One class a semester, that's 4 classes a year. 4 classes, 3 credits or 3 semester hours a piece. We're talking, what, 12 credits a year, 12 credits times 4, 48 credit hours to a bachelor's degree. It kind of just makes sense. I kind of wish I had a little bit more guidance or mentorship when I was in. I think the biggest flaw of mine, I never sought out a mentor. I've never been that type of person that's like, hey, I want you to be my mentor. To me, and how I operated, if I saw that you need mentoring, I would come to you and try to help you, guide you through your career. But, excuse me, in the military, it's not like that. A lot of people are looking out for themselves. I tell you about a very dear incident to me that kind of left a real salty taste in my mouth. I was working in a position in my unit, and my supervisor basically took credit for everything I did, which she could, because she was over top of my office. I was trying to put myself in for a award for NCO of the quarter. She took all my bullets and she won NCO of the quarter, and I was irate. I didn't say anything about it. I discussed it with another peer of mine who worked in our office, and they agreed that it was bull crap, but it's the nature of the beast. Even in the civilian world, I'm pretty sure we have there are things like that where people will basically step on you to get where they want to go. Evil. I've never been that type of individual. I never even cared about awards, but at that point in time, I felt I deserved one. You know, I busted my butt, but it is what it is. Back to transitioning. We talked about medical, we talked about school. Another big thing that we don't really realize in the military is your health care. It comes out automatically out of our check. TRICARE is probably like $20-something, $27 or something like that, if I remember correctly, a month. That's nothing. And we're talking about family insurance, health insurance, $200-300. That's low end. And you still have to pay co-pays if you have to go to the doctor for whatever reason. We're talking about $20 a year, whatever the case may be. Make sure you start saving and investing. I kind of wish I did a lot more. So if you guys have that TSP, go ahead and contribute the max, and you know, the military will max what you put in. While you're doing the TSP, also look for other sources of income or other things like that, because most people don't do 20. So saving alone won't be enough. Look for your other sources of income, as far as like investments and things like that. Buy you a house. I kind of wish that I bought a house when I was first in Colorado, because right now the market is insane. The market is insane. If I would have bought back in 2007, 2008 when I was there, I would have a house that's in an area worth, you know, 300, 400K. Luckily, I bought me a house about 6 years ago, and like right now I'm sitting on about 30 grand in equity to the house. So these aren't things that we're really taught about unless you come from a family and, you know, you have that type of guidance. But invest in yourself. Invest in yourself while you can, while you have that steady stream of income. You know, people are out here getting furloughed and laid off due to the pandemic and things like that. But you have a steady stream of income. If you have any other questions, man, get with me offline and I can help out as much as possible to my knowledge. You know, the Air Force is always going to be near and dear to me. I spent a vast majority of my life doing that, you know. I still know people that can probably assist you and help you out at many different bases across the world. So get with me. I'm going to work. Peace.